name is Mike. I play the drums in Bolt, and yeah, as you said, we just came back from our tour in March, and yeah, it was fun. The people liked what we did. We were satisfied with what we did. No major problems whatsoever. We met a lot of nice people, had a hot shower every day, which is crucial to a good tour. We went to the workshop twice, to the emergency room once, and to the prison once. And so, yeah, all in all, it was good. So, yeah, right now we are all good. We all recovered. Thomas is on vacation right now with his family. Andy is fine as well. So, yeah, all good. Thanks. We get quite a lot out of playing live. It's important to us to perform what we record. If everything works well, then it might be a physical experience for us as well as for the audience. But we all keep in mind that there might be a disparity between what we have in mind and what we actually can do. Like, we want the venue to be as dark as possible, and we have our own lights to create a certain atmosphere, but that doesn't necessarily always work as we want it to. Like, I don't know. On tour we had a sound technician who forgot to turn on the bass drum mic as well as the overhead mic, so that's not ideal. But then we also had a sound technician like in Tübingen who was very dedicated, and he managed to deliver what we did on stage to the audience in a perfect way. So yeah, that was good. I guess being a three-piece band comes with more freedoms rather than limitations. For example, the writing process, we only have to involve the three of us, and that's it. And one might think, or one might argue, that not having a vocalist is a limitation, but we don't have anything to say, so that's all good. And yeah, maybe carrying the gear around is a limitation. Not a limitation, but it's a struggle, and it would be way easier if you were a 4, 5, 6, 7-piece band. So, but other than that, we think that being a 3-piece band is a good thing. We actually feel quite good about it. It's been now 5 months since the release, and we still like to perform it live. Haven't got bored yet. And considering the first album, I can only speak for myself because I wasn't in the band back then. But I guess the addition of a third instrument, especially when it's drums, a rather rhythmic instrument, it automatically creates some sort of creativity. Because we added dynamics, or very specific dynamics, and that forced us to approach the writing process in a different way than Andy and Thomas did before. So I mean, from an outside perspective, it's kind of difficult to speak about creativity, but what I can say is that we were all glad with what we did. So I guess one could consider that to be creative. That's a tough question because you never really know how far you get influenced by other bands or artists. Um, if you look at '04, then you certainly find classic elements in the songs 18 and 22, like ambient elements or metal elements or whatever you want to call them. Um, Regarding originality or elements of unique approaches, I guess 13 would be the most unique, if you want to call it that way. It was arranged around an effect pedal Andy was playing around with, and he did that weird sound which we called the woman because it sounded like a bit like a singing woman, um, which probably no one else might hear in that song. But I think that, at least to me, it was the most unique or creative song we did. Actually, I think the genre we probably get attached to is already quite creative and pushing boundaries, especially when it comes to live appearances or artwork. Um, I never considered the post metal ambient something genre to be very stiff. It's you always find interesting collaborations or new approaches towards music. So yeah, I guess people are doing a good job. Ideally, it's both. It's the sonic experience as well as the atmosphere, and that's what we usually aim for. So far, it hasn't been connected to a specific theme, but I guess we are all keen to do so in the future. Yeah, I'd love to do that. We recorded earlier this year something for a theater project. Then later this year we will release another N and Bolt collaboration. Then we are about to start the writing process for collaboration again with a US film composer, and of course we are working on the next album, '05. Andy as well as Thomas, they have their own solo projects called Birken and 9 Miles. You should have a look on Midira Records. They released, I think, a cassette and a CD. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't have a solo project yet. Um, and maybe you should listen to our roommates Magma Waves. They released their album last year in November through Nashada Records, which is a really good one. And on tour we played with black metal three-piece called Cloisener. Well, I didn't mispronounce it, but you should check them out. They're really good. Thanks for having us, and we really appreciate it. And greetings to Warsaw.